Hello, and welcome to another edition of Church Mystery Tour. Let's see if you can guess where we are. My guess is you'll probably have no idea. If I pull back, maybe you'll get some more of an idea of where we are today. All right, you'll be able to see now. That's right, you're in the minister's office, or the minister's study, what you like to call it. We're happy to have you here. This is my little area to hang out, and I thought today we'd give you a little tour around the minister's office. You get to see where all the magic happens. Haha. But so let me just give you a quick tour around, and then we'll talk about something. So we'll start right over here with this map of a railroad map for all of New England, for the New Haven Railroad, New York, New Haven, and Hartford, where my dad worked. And of course, we have every office has to have some kind of diplomas and things like that. You have everything from my degree from seminary from Andover Newton, to my college degree, to my certificate of ordination. Believe it or not, 1985. I came here in 86, November 22nd. This week, matter of fact, this week I'll have an anniversary of coming here to Roxbury, 1986, and really have come to fall in love with this town and with this church and the people here. Hopefully they say the same thing about me. So anyways, this is my desk. I do a lot more stuff here, especially with the computer, than I did when I first started out 30-something years ago. 30-something years ago, we used books and paper and pens and pencils and erasers, and now we do a lot of stuff mostly on the computer, and you print it off on printers and work it that way. I guess we've come a long way. And then, of course, every minister has to have books. So I have everything from committee minutes to resources for worship, some church growth kinds of things to help with that, some resources about liturgy, files. Got to have files. So we have all kinds of files here of ideas, historical things as far as sermons and things to help me for like Memorial Day and Thanksgiving and stewardship and youth group programs, things like that. And then all kinds of books. These books down here, I wouldn't part with them if you forced me to over the years. But now the church and the world in general has changed so much that so many of these are irrelevant. Time marches on and society has changed. This was given to me by one of the elders in La Plante, South Dakota. When we were there for our mission trip, we've been there multiple times, and just before we left one time, he came up to me and he said, "I want you to have this," which is really nice. I also have actually something else from him. It's the sweet grass. And you still, you can't smell it, but the sweetgrass from out in South Dakota in the Cheyenne River Sioux Reservation. But going back over here, all kinds of different books, some kind of fun knickknacks that people think I should have little characterizations of Jesus. So I have that. I have Moses the action figure. So I have that. He has little wheels on his feet so you can roll them back and forth. Of course, I have some trains here. One of our residents here in town this has a train theme to it and thought I should have it. I have a number of different certificates and appreciations over the years, things like that. Books, history books, youth group books, some of my chairs. This one's from the seminary. This is from the conference for my office. And then back here I have my robes and my stoles. The stoles are the hanging cloths that go around like a yoke around your neck, which signifies ordained ministry. So today, that's a quick tour of the office, and there's so many other things. But today I want to talk to you about what some of these things are represent here in the office. And every time I come in to this office, I have to make choices, just like you have to make choices every day. Excuse me. So I might make choices as to what Bible am I going to use? Am I going to use the New Revised Standard Version, or am I going to use the King James Version, which was in the 1600s? You know, the Shakespearean language. This, that's, and thous. Or am I going to use the Message, which is a more contemporary? It's not really a translation; it's a version. There's study Bibles in contemporary English. There's all kinds of different versions of the Bible. Those are choices I have to make. This morning we read out of the New Revised Standard for the Psalm, but we read out of the Message for the Gospel reading because I made a choice as to what sounded better and would give a different take on things. We have choices like right down here. This is our one of our latest choices. Is we're discussing new pew cushions for the church, and we're very blessed to have a generous benefactor that is going to help pay for these new cushions, well overdue. So here's a couple choices. This is going to be the actual choice that we're going to have in the pews, and we're ordering those tomorrow morning actually, and they'll be here after the first of the year. But new cushions, there's lots of decisions to make about that. If I'm going to do communion, I have choices to make. Do I use the old stoneware that was made up at Silver Lake, or do I use a platen from Jerusalem? Do I use a chalice that was given to me at the end of my service on the United Church Board for World Ministries when I was a director? Or do I use one that was produced for the General Synod of the United Church of Christ? I should say this chalice here from the World Board has combined clay from all the continents of the globe and has been put together to make that piece. It's kind of very significant to me. We have also over here with the stoles. I have different choices. So today I wore this green stole, or I could have worn this green stole, which is much more classical, or I could have gone for the green, as soon as I find it, the green one that is from Guatemala, the Guatemalan stole. I can use that. All green for the liturgical season we're in, Pentecost, the Sundays after Pentecost. So we have all those different choices we have to make. When I'm working on a sermon, I have to make a choice as to which way I'm going to deal with the text. As I take the text and try to make it alive for you, and for the listener, to try to take this old text from an old time and try to make it new and relevant for today. So we make choices. Every day we make choices. You make choices. I make choices. Susan and I had to make the painful choice yesterday of calling my mom and saying, listen, we're not going to do Thanksgiving together this year, which is hard to not have your mom, particularly in this year after my dad's passing, not have my mom come to the house and serve our traditional Thanksgiving meal. But you have to make the choices. Every day we make choices, and what's important is for us to know why we make the choices. Is a choice something that's just good for me, or is it good for something a larger context? Is it good for my household, or is it good for the community? Is it good for my community, or is it good for the world? All those choices we have to make every day. And we make those decisions based on some basic things, I think. It's about our worldview, how we see the world. It's about how we believe God is working within our lives. I have a decision. Do I answer that phone or not? But it's a junk call, so I'm not going to answer it. See, I made a decision. We make decisions every day. And so this week, as you've got a nice little, I'm sitting in my chair here, a nice view of the minister's office, you get a choice to make. And that is, how do you live your life? How do you base your decisions? Are you just going to be in knee-jerk reactions, or are you specifically working towards something that is larger and greater than you? We've all been given gifts by God, whether it's life, love, friendship, wealth, relative ease. But how we respond with from those is what says a lot about us. So this week, I want you to be thinking about the decisions you make, just as we made a decision a week or so ago in our elections. Think about the decisions we make and how, and more importantly, what do we base those decisions on? Well, have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next week. I'm sorry it's a little late. Got a little busy last week, but end of last week, but we'll be back again this week coming up. Thanks, everybody. Blessings to you, and have a great day.